are going to be watching 100% apple. This apple pie consists of only apples. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but I saw a post about this on Twitter, so let's check it out.
This apple pie is made from 100% apples. You've seen the thumbnail, but I have a feeling that some people might not quite understand what I mean when I say this pie is made with 100% apples.
Atomic shrimp! Apples all the way down.
Dehydrated apples that have been rehydrated in apple juice and then reduced and then sweetened with reduced apple juice and thickened with more apple.
It's like cannibalism.
So the filling is 100% apple, no sugar, nothing else added.
Wow!
But of course there's the crust, isn't there? So it's not really 100%. But no, this crust is made from apples. Come with me on a journey to try to make the 100% apple pie. So here's a fun thing. Popped over to see a friend and neighbour the other day. He has loads of apple trees and...
Guys, am I the only mother sucker who don't talk to my neighbors? If I see somebody coming out the door, I literally run into my car.
Pear trees. He's kind of fed up with dealing with all of his apples and stuff now. And so he was kind enough to let me pick some apples. So he said, yeah, take as many as you want. So I was
Wow, and there's even a pear in there. He thought I wouldn't see that? Yeah, I had a National Geographic subscription. I'm good at that kind of stuff.
They're picking apples into this bag, which I happen to have in my pocket, as he was picking apples into a bucket. And we were just chatting about apple varieties and such. I took these home. And about 5-10 minutes later, he turned up at my door with the bucket.
More?
And he said, no.
Apparently he did.
I intended you to have these. I said, what, instead of these? He said, no, as well as these.
Dang, he lives on an orchard? Is his neighbor Johnny Appleseed?
Anyway, I've got an enormous quantity of apples and pears, the Cockney fruit, to deal with. I've just dehydrated a lot of those apples, and I'm just unloading the dehydrator now.
What else can you, like, dehydrate? Is this how they make, like, those fun Skittles that, like, explode?
I had to stack them neatly into the box like this, or else it would have just overflowed. I haven't shown the process of slicing and dehydrating these apples, because it's substantially the same.
Oh, that's a freeze dryer. So the dehydrator just like, it like sucks all the moisture out like nematodes, right?
As I did for the mushrooms in that other video, which is linked here. Anyway, just unloading all of these apple slices into storage. Now, I am noticing that down at the bottom of the dehydrator here, the apple rings were obviously exposed to a bit more heat. And so these down here are brittle. I want to try something with these while they're still nice and brittle and very dry. So that bottom layer, I'm going to try to run them through a food processor and grind them to powder.
Okay.
I'm going to need a bigger box.
And then he's going to snort them.
But anyway, anything that will snap is going in that box.
What about crackle and pop?
Because sometimes the thicker slices haven't dried all that well. That one I'm not even going to put into storage because that is too moist. I'll just eat that now.
This is why I'm the worst chef ever. I always eat everything while I'm cooking. I mean, I'm just testing to see if it's good. Then when dinner's ready, I'm not even hungry because I just ate like 900 bites of everything.
I think first we're going to try that with regular on the channel, handheld blender. I have got a little spice mill that might do a better job, but it's been used for spices and mushrooms. And I think if I try to use it for this, I'm going to end up with spicy mushroom flavoured apples, which is not quite what I want. So, first,
these are going to be some magic apples.
Smaller pieces. Now, if you buy dried apple rings in the shops, they don't have this crunchy texture. They're not as dry as this. And they put sulfites in those.
What's a sulfite? It sounds like a Pokemon. I am so uneducated. Oh, it's a chemical. Oh, it's like a preservative. What's the stuff they put in cheese? Like, you know, whenever you buy bagged cheese and you're like, oh yeah, you know, you don't buy bagged cheese because they put like stuff in it that makes it to where it's like a preservative and then it's like not as good as if you just go yourself. What is that? MSG? Oh, maybe like oh, it's starch. Oh yeah. I think it's starch in MSG.
Preserve them, which means I can't use them in this house because Jenny is deathly allergic.
Oh my god! You can be allergic to preservatives? Holy crap, do not move to America. You would be cooked.
Well, let's start with that much and see what happens. I suspect what will happen is this is going to fly out. So I'll probably do something like that to try to constrain it.
Okay.
Keeping my fingers out the way of the blade, of course.
Yes. Oh, it's struggling. Get in there.
Well, it didn't not work. Now, if I had one of those ninja things where you put the vessel clamped on the top, that would probably work better, but I don't have one of those. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, I think
the
food
top of that,
processor would be good.
Out, but it is working. Okay, actually a bit of thin plastic, but that will do.
Apple glory hole!
Well, we are ending up with something like apple powder.
Okay.
That's not.
I'm sorry, just looking over at chat was making me laugh. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot I said that until everybody typed "ha," and I was like, what did I say? And then I thought again, I was like, oh, was I possessed?
Not bad. Let's go a bit further if we can. Right, well now I know that's working. The rest of these apples are going to go in there.
Okay.
Because I think I need as much as I can get here.
It sounds like a bird.
Apple dust.
Woo!
Don't breathe this. That worked.
Whoa.
We've got apple dust. Right, I'm going to go as far as I can because I really want that to be reduced to like a flour-like consistency.
Guys, I am not a drug addict before I say this. Can you smoke anything? Like, could you technically roll this and smoke it? Yes. Interesting.
Consistency.
I signed the DARE contract. I'm not doing that. I was just wondering.
And then, very importantly, that is going to go into an airtight container before it absorbs any more moisture and cakes up anymore. But yeah, there we go. Apple powder. And
That's
just in case you're wondering.
cool. It looks kind of like, what is the word I'm thinking of? Like, I think it's called like kinako powder, like the stuff they put on like mochi and stuff or whatever. That I kind of just want to eat a ground up apple. It's probably good. Like a little pixie stick.
Those are apples. So just as a preliminary experiment, I want to just try taking a bit of this apple dust.
This is smart.
Which has got a real tendency to cake up because it is just
This is so smart.
With all of the sugar still in there. So we'll see how this behaves if we drip a little bit of water on it.
Oh, then he's gonna make a dough.
What I want to see is whether we can make a dough.
Yeah. A dough?
I'm working in this non-stick dish mainly because, well, I thought I was going to be able to make this into a layer of some sort. But okay.
Put more apple.
Now, I think. Let's just see if we can knead this into some sort of layer, because the intention here is to make
a dough
pie crust.
Yeah. Honestly, that's pretty good.
I reckon we can do that. I reckon we can probably mix it together like that.
It's like Play-Doh.
To that consistency, and just pat it onto this non-stick dish. I don't think it's going to be a very strong pie crust because obviously this is just apples. There's no flour in here, so there's no gluten.
Wait a second. Cyanide is in the seeds? He could make like a cyanide crust topper
to hold this together. But there
Adds
we go.
Crunch.
So we've got some sort of pastry-like, obviously just smells of apples. Now for the pie, we can't use water because that's an ingredient that isn't apples, but we can use apple juice. But first, I'm just going to pop that in the oven for 10 minutes and see what happens. See how it dries out, see if it just crumbles to pieces, or whether that stays in one piece, or whether it sticks like glue to this pan. So experimental apple pie.
Oh my burnt! Okay, this is what he has to do. He has to add more apples. Then it has to be thicker because it's burning really bad because it's so thin and brittle.
Pastry. This is after 7 minutes in the oven, and it did burn a little bit there.
Yeah.
It has gone...
It's stuck.
Crispy.
Yeah.
But that isn't going to come off the bottom of the pan there, so I'm just going to, without scratching the non-stick.
Guys, I have this weird medical condition. I don't know what it's called, and I mentioned it before. But like some textures I feel on my tongue. Like him scratching that, I felt like there was a knife on my tongue.
Just going to tease a bit off.
I don't like that. Ugh.
That went on the floor. Let's try that again, shall we?
No.
Well, anyway, so we have ended up with something that does hold together. It doesn't taste like pastry, it tastes like apples, obviously. But we've got to figure out this problem of it sticking to the pan. Right, I think I have a plan for this entirely apple pie. The filling...
I think we need to make the filling with apples. Then, like, we'll sweeten it with apples. And maybe, like, an apple glaze.
It's going to be similar to something I made in my cider making part 1 video, where I took some dehydrated apple, I rehydrated it in apple juice, which made it kind of doubly appley. Then I cooked it in more apple juice, which I reduced down, which made it kind of 3 times as appley flavoured.
Wow.
That's where we're going to start here. So these apple rings here with the green skins, these are Bramleys, which is a cooking apple, commonly used for apple pies.
Where's my
it occurs to
granny?
me I should probably explain a little bit about dessert versus cooking apples.
Okay.
Since I don't think this is the same the world over. So these are dessert apples. These are
Whoa!
possibly...
They make different species of apples? I mean, of course, there's like Granny Smith and stuff. But they have dessert apples?
Braeburn or something like that. That's a little undersized. That's a little oversized. That's a...
Okay, guys, we're going to get a little technical with this. How do you breed them? Like, how do 2 apples make love and make a new apple? Do you grow them close to each other? How do you make them go together? Oh, pollination. Okay, the bees do it. Is that why it's called apple bees?
Dessert variety, quite sweet. This is a slightly less sweet dessert variety. Not really sure what it is, but again, these are what we call eating apples. Granny Smith is
Whoa, I was just talking about Granny!
what we would call an eating apple. It is a sour one that people often use for cooking.
I love Granny
It's not
Smith.
a cooking apple.
I didn't know that.
This is a cooking apple. This is Bramley seedling.
Whoa.
And it's...
He's cute.
You can see it's not quite as round or
Yeah, he's
neat
a little
and tidy
different.
as the other ones. This is a small one. This is a small Bramley. It'll fit in the palm of my hand like that.
See, guys, you can be small and misshapen, and you will still be loved. Every apple has potential.
They get to maybe about this big.
Wow!
This apple, I would hesitate to say this is only used for cooking because there'll be people down in the comments right now saying, I like to eat Bramleys just as they are. More power to you. But Bramley seedling, this apple, is one of quite a large number of what we call cooking apples, cooking varieties, culinary apples.
Yeah, I think
there
it's
are varieties
inbred.
that have been bred to be cooked in pies or baked or, you know, used in sauces, those sorts of things. Usually they need a bit of sugar added for most people's taste. Often they have a particular behaviour when they're cooked.
What?
So some
Imagine you throw it into the pan.
cooking apple varieties dissolve down into apple sauce really easily. Others keep a nice firm texture that would be quite good for apple chunks in an apple pie. Bramley, arguably the most common and popular cooking apple variety, is a really good all-rounder. It retains enough of its texture when it's cut into chunks and cooked that it's good in apple pies. You cook it a little bit further, it will break down into a sauce. And it has a distinctive apple flavour. I think a lot of people in the UK associate with the flavour of apple pie. When we think of apple pie flavour, we're partly thinking of Bramley. Anyway, that is cooking apples versus eating apples or dessert apples. So we'll start with some of those. Shall I put some red apples in as well?
Yeah, might
In fact,
as well.
no, let's not.
Oh, never mind.
Because the
How
crust
dare you?
is going to be made from powdered apples, which is a mixture of Bramley.
Hi, Keith. Hello. Also, hello, Goodable.
The crust is going to be made from powdered apples, which is a mixture of Bramleys and dessert apples. The juice that we're going to rehydrate this in is from a mixture of apples.
Okay.
But let's make the apple pieces themselves, all of these green apples, because then we've got a little bit of difference between the filling and everything else in the pie.
Good
Bearing
idea.
in mind it is all going to be apple. And then I've got some apple juice. This was frozen. This is the second to last litre of apple juice I've got.
Dude, when my dad used to buy frozen orange juice, I would eat it. Like the giant block that would go in the freezer.
From that cider pressing. It's been in the freezer. There's still a little bit of it slightly frozen. But mostly thawed out now. So that's going to go over the top of these apple pieces. Just weigh those down.
Oh, this is a good idea. Yeah.
Like that, to keep them immersed.
Or you could put a giant apple on
and
top.
And then that's going to soak for, well, overnight at the very least.
Okay.
Got about half that apple juice left. These are my Bramley apple slices that have been soaking overnight. Nice and floppy now and rehydrated.
They're like
rehydrated with
flaccid.
apple juice, so doubly appley. I'll drain that off into the pan because we're going to use that apple juice that's remaining for the sauce. So I'm going to put that on the stove and start that reducing before we do anything else.
That's smart, because then it's going to be like a sticky glaze, and then he can maybe put it on top of the pie? I don't know. He's really smart about this. There's like so many different ways to use everything.
If you can hear white noise in the background, it's pouring with rain here today.
Oh.
So this is a pleasant Sunday afternoon activity, making weird apple pies.
Cool.
I feel like I won't use that bit in the pie. It's just a bit discoloured. So now I'm going to cut these up into little cubes for my apple pie filling.
Okay. This looks
And
fun.
at the moment they're still quite woolly, but when that other apple juice has reduced a little bit, I'll cook them in there for a bit. They will absorb some more liquid and the texture will change a bit. Anyway, that's what I'm doing now. I'm just going to dice these into little uniform dice. Skins are staying on. I wouldn't always do that in an apple pie, but this is going to be quite well cooked.
I don't know if I
That
like
juice
skin
that was
on my
left over from
apple. When I was a kid, I used to ask my grandma to always peel my apples and then serve it with peanut butter, and then I would dip it in the peanut butter and eat it.
Soaking, which may be not exactly apple juice because something soaked into the apples, maybe differentially. I think that's sufficiently reduced for now. So the apple pieces can go in there, which is going to take it off the boil for a moment.
Okay.
Because they're cold.
But it'll heat back up.
So that's the apple pieces in. Now I'm just going to cook this, simmer it and reduce it. The apples will probably swell up a little bit more and absorb some of the juice, but also I want to drive off the water out of here and make it more sticky and syrupy. This is not how I'd normally make a filling for an apple pie, but if I was making a filling for an apple pie conventionally, this might be the point where I would add some spice. Maybe ground mixed spice, maybe cinnamon, nutmeg.
See, I don't really like electric stovetops either, and I have a gas stovetop, and when everybody in chat saw that I had a gas stovetop, you guys all called me a conservative. I just like the way it heats up.
Ginger, something like that. I'm not going to do that today. Not because I don't like those flavours, but because this pie needs to be 100% apple. I'll switch to a slightly larger pan just because, well, when these apple pieces swelled up a little bit, the liquid wasn't evaporating off the top because there was just a layer of apple on top of the liquid. It wasn't reducing at all. It was just boiling underneath.
That looks good.
So
I just
this
eat
is
that.
actually now cooking and reducing at the same time. It looks like it's going to come together about right. There's still way too much liquid in there at the moment, so we'll just keep going. That's really not far off now.
Oh my god, I just had a memory that just hit me. Do you guys ever go to Chili's? Chili's used to have this cinnamon apple side that was so good. I don't know if they still have it. I used to eat buckets of it. It was amazing. It's like hot apples with cinnamon, and then they just serve it in like a ramekin.
Before it actually boils completely dry, we're just going to have a slight interlude for handheld blender. I want this apple pie filling to have a sauce to it. So I'm going to very briefly blend some of these apples. Not the whole lot. Just like
a little. Oh, bam. He's rubbing up them fryers.
3 little blips. That's a bit more like it. Right, now back to the cooker just to reduce that a bit more.
It is like applesauce. I have a lot of memories with apples. I was going to say, whenever I was a kid, my mom would drop me off at the babysitter and we would eat applesauce and then we would go play Super Smash in the basement. The game.
And this will have to be stirred constantly now, or else it will catch and burn. So I think we're getting close. I do need to make my filling a bit thicker than it would normally be in an apple pie because of what the crust is going to be made of. I think we'll stop there because it will carry on.
It's going to burn.
Drying out a bit as the steam dissipates. Now the tricky part, which I think stands to be the fun part too. So, my apple powder.
I want to try that the most.
So it did occur to me, I could just get a little dish, put some of this apple pie filling in the bottom of the dish.
Okay.
Sprinkle some of this apple powder on top.
Okay.
And call it apple crumble.
Ooh, yummy!
Done. But anyway.
Yeah, that's for cheaters.
Attempt to make apple pastry now. When I did this on the dummy run, I used water to hydrate that. Obviously, I can't do that now because we are going for 100% apple pie. No other ingredients, not even water. Apples contain water, but apples are not water. So anyway, we're going to hydrate this with apple juice.
But like when you make a dough, right, it also involves maybe like butter and eggs? I don't know. I think eggs are for pasta. How could you replace butter? Apple butter? Or is that cheating? Apple butter I feel like is more like jam. Maybe jam.
Just to keep faithful to the 100% apple attempt. I'm going to make this relatively dry. It does need a little bit more than that.
That looks like oats.
Right, so we've got some sort of apple dough there. Now, because of the amount of sugar in there, and I think also the cellulose, we'll have trouble getting that to not to stick to a non-stick surface. So I do have a cunning plan for this.
What?
We will just temporarily line.
Oh, it's such a cute little pan. Do you guys think that cookware can be cute? Like, to me, he's just a cute little guy.
With cling film, we'll have a... Does that look about the right amount of crust in there? Let's assume it is. The other layer of cling film across the top like that.
Okay.
And then...
The apples?
Second pie dish.
Oh, this is smart! I've never made a pie.
And try to force that up the sides and make a pie case like that. Let's
That
see
is
how that's
so
working.
smart!
Is it working? Well, almost.
I think so.
Actually, maybe what I need to do first is just
smush it,
massage
like
it over the
oobleck.
tops like that.
Work massage it.
That'll do it.
Yep. Wow! He made it look easy.
Now, I could just oil these or butter these dishes and that would stop this from sticking more.
But how do you make it not stick with an apple? Would using parchment paper be cheating?
More than likely. But again, we are in this 100% apple mode. Therefore, we can't do that. Right. Okay. Another plan is required. At least I know this is releasing okay from the cling
Wow,
film.
it looks good. Yes! I'm a chef!
So this was the bag from inside a cereal packet.
Never mind.
Which happened to split all the way along the seam.
I would say this is okay if it's from an Apple Jacks cereal.
What I'll do, I think, is roll that out in between. Start again with a ball. It's really not got any doughiness to it because it is just apple. And then what we'll attempt is...
Yeah, does he have an Apple oven? Did Steve Jobs make ovens? Apple oven, Apple pan, Apple
to just
fire.
roll that out with a rolling pin between the two sheets.
Apple wood. Yeah, maybe I'll put it in the eye oven. How come what is this thing? I put food in, it come out cold. That wasn't even close.
Pretty good. We're getting somewhere. It looks like it's about the right diameter, maybe a bit more.
It looks like corkboard.
Because it's got to drape down into the pie dish. So that comes off of there, okay.
That's huge!
And film onto that side. Up and over. And then...
Oh, it's stuck. Pie stuck! Pie stuck!
Come on.
You got it. Just rip it off!
Oh,
yes!
come on.
What if he goes through cooking this entire pie? It comes to the taste test and he goes, I'm allergic. Bye, everyone! everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great evening.
Stuck to that side then. Wow. Did I mention this is sticky? All right. I kept finding myself thinking, if only we could flour the work surface. We can't, because
Parchment paper.
obviously flour would be a non-apple ingredient, except if it's apple flour.
Oh, boom! That actually blew my mind. I'm not even kidding. That was so smart. Wow.
Now I've made this dough. I've added some more dry ingredient to this as well. So this is now a bit drier as well.
Okay.
Which may make it more crumbly, or it might make it just firmer.
Yes.
Here goes. A little
Ooh,
dusting of apple flour on
little
the top
Christmas,
too.
little Christmas magic.
That part appears to have worked. I still don't want to put this directly into this pan because it will just stick. I'm certain of it.
I don't know what he could do. What? How could an apple fix this? Maybe he could cut an apple and then go and then use like the juice to lube the pan? Apple oil? There has to be a way that an apple could make a non-stick pan.
Hopefully now.
Or what if he had used cast iron, but that was already seasoned? Would that be cheating? I don't know if you actually have to, like, use butter on a cast iron.
We can ease this crust into place.
That looks beautiful. It kind of looks like a waffle cone.
Smoother that time. That seems like it's working.
Nice.
Just got to make sure it's all the way down to the bottom so we don't put any stress on it. I'll just flatten off this top here so that we're ready to accept.
It looks like a beautiful
crust.
flower.
I think, while I've been fiddling around anyway, I think the filling is actually cooled down. So I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to make some more apple pastry for the top crust.
Oh, I forgot there was a
I can always
top.
make some more. All right, here we go then. So that's my top crust ready.
Okay.
I'll just offer that up, make sure it's big enough. It's not quite big enough.
Maybe a little more.
Just roll it a little bit further that way.
Yeah.
Apple filling into my apple bottom
Apple
crust.
filling looks beautiful. I would just eat that as is. Kind of like mac and cheese.
Right up to level. This pie is only going to get baked enough to crisp up the crust because everything else is already cooked.
Yeah. What if he used Minecraft Golden Apple for the topper? That would be beautiful.
Top crust on the top. And press it down. And then if I can, I'll get this sheet up of there.
Oh, this is always the hard part. It sticks so much.
Fragile.
I can't even look. He's like peeling off a new tattoo.
Come on. Not happening.
Oh no! How would an apple fix this?
Palette knife, perhaps.
Okay. I mean, that's a knife, not an apple. You got it!
Okay. I can still patch this up.
Yes, I believe. Let him cook. Let him
I
bake.
haven't given up yet. That is a mess. But we can patch this up.
Oh no!
So I'm just going to take these pieces of pastry
There's
off the
a
edge here
huge
like
hole!
this, because I will use those on the top.
Come on, come on.
Patch up this crust.
He's gonna have to call the genius bar, you're right.
Yeah, I think we're going to get away with this.
Okay.
At least so far.
Steve, we need your power!
Yeah, it's not going to have any kind of integrity at all. So I think what I may have to do...
I'm confused on how he's gonna get rid of the protection. There's like plastic wrap, but if he cooks this in the plastic, won't it like give him macroplastics? Then he's going to be eating it?
Is build it up in layers. So, apple juice, brush that on.
Okay.
Apple powder.
It does look appetizing. Stupid. Ooh, I like the little dust.
Dust it on.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Press it down.
Put a little drawing on there.
Okay, well, it kind of looks a bit like a pie.
It looks great.
We're not remotely out of the woods yet, though.
Oh, yeah, do the crimping.
However, let's give it a little crimp around the edge if we can.
I'm helping.
Something like that. I think maybe another layer of apple juice.
You should draw a heart.
Just to try to bind that apple dust together. And then...
Ooh, a little more on top. Might as well, might as
nice
well.
little dusting if there's enough in there.
Ooh, this is getting indulgent.
All right. Now, how
That
the
looks
heck
great.
are we going to cook that?
Maybe he could get like 5 apples and arrange them on a bottom and then light them on fire and use the heat to bake the apple pie.
Good question.
He's gonna use an Apple iPad!
Baking tray.
Oh. I said it was an iPad.
Non-stick reusable baking liner. These are usually super non-stick.
My bad.
Making sure I haven't got the cling film tucked under.
Oh,
Put
nice
that
flip.
onto there. The dish should just come off because that's just held on by the cling film.
Oh,
I'm going to bake it upside down.
Okay.
I say bake it. I'm going to attempt to bake it upside down.
Is that Luffy's hat? The One Piece is real? Whoa.
I think it might work. Okay, that's going to go in a low oven. Probably like 150 degrees Celsius.
Anybody know what that is in American? 150 Celsius Fahrenheit. We're looking at 302, everybody. Just had to make sure I had the conversion for everybody who was a little bit, curious.
For as long as I dare. Now, I'm not sure this is a good idea. In fact, I'm not sure any of this project is a good idea. But I am going to pierce a little steam vent in the
good
top
idea.
here. Because I definitely don't want this bursting.
You got an
That is
apple
obviously going to be
coochie.
the bottom of the pie when it's cooked, but we won't see that bit. Okay. Oh, I can see it. Oh no, I think those are creases actually, rather than cracks. Anyway, good luck, little pie.
I believe.
I'll check on that after 10 minutes.
Everybody pray. I believe. Oh, wait. I believe you will be a beautiful pie, and you will taste delicious in my mouth.
Right, that's after 10 minutes of cooking, and I actually turned it down because I don't want the insides to boil. It is dry on the outside now. I don't know that we're going to get it crisp there. I daren't really take it any further, so I'm probably going to stop there. We will get the top crisp because I can put that underneath the grill.
Honestly, if anything, I'm always just an air fryer girly. I believe an air fryer could save this.
Just got a little bit more dough.
Because then if it's on the air fryer, then that means if it's an air fryer with the grates, that it would actually cook from the bottom and the top at the same time because the air is flowing. Aww.
Just paper over the cracks here.
That's my hole.
Okay.
This is my
I just ate raw
hole.
dough. How about that? Right, I'm going to leave that to cool. I think we're cool enough to handle now.
No, not inappropriate. Have you guys not seen the manga with the hole?
Now, so
It was made for me.
here goes. Oh,
Wow.
okay. That's going to go onto there like that. I think actually this may turn out to be a disaster, but I'm just going to slip it in there now that that bottom is dried up. That will
Boom!
constrain it into pie shape. Only the top is now going to receive further baking.
Okay.
Let's see if we can
This was
actually
smart.
repair this crack. I think I might glaze the top with apple juice anyway.
Yeah, me too. Nice.
Although that is all soaking in.
Yeah, I think it like mixes it all together too. Yes, a little texture. W glaze.
And we actually got the rather coarse pieces of apple. Now,
Looks like little lice.
let's just see if we can do a little repair job there. Just smoosh that back together.
Here we go. We got Bob the Apple Builder up in this bit.
That might do the job, actually.
Yay!
And perhaps we'll just have a little sprinkle of those bits on top.
Ooh, this is some British Bake-Off
Make
shit!
it look a bit more crusty or something.
I've never actually watched that show.
That's now going to go under the grill on a low heat. Just really to dry that out and try and crisp it up.
Wow! 360. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get a little in the back, too. Boom!
Okay. Owing to the nature of the
Okay, that looks great.
everything, this is not going to go crispy. It has dried
It looks
out
good.
and it has browned. I daren't take it any further than that or else it will just catch. You can already see it's actually started to toast a little bit in
I'll
places.
try it.
That's as far as I dare take it. Anyway, I'm going to leave that to dry out now.
Okay.
And then we'll give it a taste. The dish is now cool enough.
How is he gonna cut this? With a little Play-Doh knife?
Trying to turn this out.
Oh, you know what? It kind of looks like those granola bars that you eat and they just explode everywhere and just leave like granola bar like STD that never goes away. What is that called? Is it Nature Valley? Those are so good, but they are just like a huge mess. They're so good though.
Why has it wedged itself in there?
You got
Oh,
it.
good.
Wow!
Okay, well, it's
Okay,
out
just
of
a
my
little bit.
piece-ish.
It's not that bad.
And then back over again.
Wow!
So here is the finished 100% apple pie.
Looks
So-
great!
Got a little bit of crispiness to the crust. Not as much as I would have liked, but it is a crust.
I mean, I like it.
Next thing I think I need to do is just try to cut a photogenic wedge out of here for the thumbnail.
For the gram. The Grammy Smith. Okay, that's a good slice. Wow.
Oh, there we go. 100%
The filling looks great.
apple pie. I wonder what it tastes like.
Banana.
Brace yourself for this revelation.
Okay.
It tastes of apples.
Woo!
What else could it taste of? The experience is pie. There's a
Good.
crust here, look.
Chat and YouTube. Has anybody ever told you that you look like a QT pie today? Like that shirt on you. Looks great. Nice haircut.
A little bit doughy, but that's because of the journey we've been through. You watch the whole process, you know why that happened. The flavour is just intense, complete apple. It's quite remarkable, actually.
Why did like 2 people in chat say they're not wearing a shirt? Nice chest.
There is nothing to get in the way of the apple flavour. The apple filling is a little bit on the sharp side because we used the Brownlees rather than the dessert apples. But there's no sugar. There's no added sugar in this. There's just the natural sugars in the apples.
Well, that's good.
There's nothing except apples in here.
Honestly, I like that better. The one thing I hate about desserts in the US is they're all so sweet. Like, it just tastes like sugar.
And yet it tastes sweet enough. And it does taste kind of like a pie. The illusion of pastry is definitely there. This little part was recorded afterwards in case you're wondering why there's a continuity issue with the completeness of the pie. This is not one of my criteria for whether something is a pie or not, but you can pick up a slice of this and eat
It stays intact.
with more or less the same handling and properties as you would have with a piece of genuine apple pie with a pastry crust. I think it's a pie.
Hi, man.
So Jenny actually asked to try a little piece of
Bye,
my
man.
100% apple pie and enjoyed it. And Jenny agrees that this is definitely a pie. We are definitely experiencing.
Yeah, type of 1 if you think this is a pie, type of 2 if you don't think so. Honestly, I'm gonna say 1. Like, I would say that's really close.
Pie when we eat this, despite
Yeah,
its
it has like a crust, it has a filling. He even did like the crimp on it. I mean, he did great.
unusual composition. So there we go. That is the 100% apple pie. I don't know if anybody else has ever done that. I didn't research this. It's just an idea I had. I just went off and did it. Is this a
Aww.
world first? I doubt it. But there we
I
go,
think
100%
so.
apple pie. I hope that's been interesting. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.
That was a great video. That was so wholesome. I feel like I was hanging out with somebody and we were friends and making a pie together. And he's so humble. Wow, that was amazing. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I super appreciate it. If you're new here, remember to subscribe and like the video. Helps me out. And check out the original because he's very awesome and epic and poggers. And use code Berry for checkout for 10% off your Gamer Subs order. Or you can come by Twitch chat and you can type a smiley face in chat or clappy or anything. Thank you so much. I super appreciate it. Have a great evening. Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I should try to make it.